Minigalaya, Naya, Gurubalana, Nyani, Don Garagugu. I'd also like to thank Uncle Chika for his beautiful welcome this morning. I'm a Gomeroi man from northwest New South Wales, southwest Queensland, and I'd like to acknowledge the Gadigal people, the traditional owners of the land and waters the MCA is situated upon. And it's my honour to be here this morning to speak with Balang and Murray. I'm not going to go into specific details that he's already mentioned quite thoroughly in the microsite, the catalogue and the exhibition. What I wanted to do in the discussion is spend the next hour or so, I suppose, digging a little bit deeper. And doing that because of the unique circumstance in which the exhibition has been developed. Alongside our colleagues at the Art Gallery South Australia, we've worked incredibly hard to make the artist's voice prevalent and to give the artist agency throughout from the very early stages of the show, throughout the development of the floor plan, the selection of the works, the development of the resources. The inclusion of language is a very key point that Elizabeth had mentioned, and I want to dig a little bit deeper in regards to that, particularly with Murray's close friendship and association with Balang over the last 30 years. And so the talk over the next hour or so will lend more voice to that and be from a more of a personal perspective. So, Balang, I'm glad you're able to make the opening during the week. We'll talk a little bit of that during the panel discussion, but I just wanted to I suppose, start. We've got some pics that I wanted to, hopefully it'll work.
I'll go to my picture.
Yeah. Yes. All right. So here we have a map of Managreta and the surrounding clan estates, which includes, in Murray's words, one of the most linguistically diverse regions in Australia. 12 language groups, Murray?
Language families, yeah.
Within that exists the worldview in which Balang's work has been created. The materials in which he works on has been collected, and the incredible journeys that his professional practice has undertaken over the last 40 years. I wanted to start within that space. So, Balang, when you were born in 1952 at Murray, you'll have to help me out. Kubukan, near Mokalajban. What was your experience growing up on country?
Like Munjawan bon like muda iya ut ni lagi dolkang dan gi kre margalit bana Kubukan gunret. Why ibakan okun kari iya ut ni nyali nang bo iya ut ni iyal me bo wujao I jot min kre bush.
Yo Kubukan hari komeke and margalit ban hari dia hari ni margalit ban omya bukan ngaya ut ni ayauring ni hari dundi mumegawan kungain ngajot mi agimuk mi and ngana wana be bara ngana an buka imai man bundolop ba kapong arjar ke meng kerwing ari man kuring ardang mar mangare yo ngai man bundolop boy ngame ngabim bom ya u dolopo yang aman bomana boy amani mem boy ngame
man. So that's correct. I was born at Kubukan, which is a place, a location near what is now an outstation called Margolidban. So I'll just leave the translation now and explain what an outstation is. These are small communities in the bush. In the early 1970s, the people who had been assembled by the welfare program in Managreta, the government assimilation program, decided they had enough of that. They went back to their outstations, back to their communities. So that place, Margolidban, was one of the homelands that people went to. So when I was a little boy, I lived at Margolidban. Then we shifted to Mormega, and that's where I grew up, at that place, Mormega. And as I got older, I was surrounded by people painting. And eventually, I went on to paint myself, as you know, and it was Balang, which is a skin name. He's referring to his older brother, who's passed away. And who would have thought they would have ended up in places like this, opening gallery shows all over the world?
So, those early years when you first started painting on Dollarball, well, sorry, even before then, when you started painting for ceremony, who were some of the biggest influences in your life?
Like I muda Yaurini, like Wodia wan Ijot min wan Yaurini Yimeran. I pay mundi bukang mai inang mundi gom tatkiang. Nangali werki nang dolopo bimbom.
Bala. Bala. Ame bala man bukangan mani me ima dolopo ibibun pangare genber. Ame dolopo name ane bimbom dolopo ane wam genber. Kena ana ya udu dolopo ngaman po.
Okay, so Balang was the first person who I saw painting, and he took me as a student. So Balang again is his older brother, Jimmy, and Balang showed me how to paint on bark, and he said, one day you and I will have a show of our paintings, and we will show other people. And I recall that I think my first trip was later when I started painting. I think my first trip was to Canberra. I was only painting small barks, just small pieces of bark like this at that time.
Murray, the homeland movement you spoke about, how that had influenced Balang's life, obviously, because people were originally in their clan estates, but had moved into places like Maningrida and Owenpelly, better known as Munro, which was larger towns such as Maningrida and Gumbalanya had played a pivotal role in the early years prior to the development of the homelands or outstation movement. And Balang's connection to that is very much part of that story. Did you want to maybe talk a little bit about that in terms of sort of Balang's life, and sort of contextualise that in terms of Balang's life before people started going back out to Mormega and
Shall I ask Balang about that?
Yeah.
Balang ga yol me boy even gan no getting again. No nguri gu play nguri jarak ni gre manaogan na like biriwa manaogan government birigi kimo Canberra like biri bulk man bom manaogan and binin rock gre manaogan one beta biri mel ma gari rundeng outstation gari manbon one nguri alar mengan nguri rundi and nguri rundi gre Mormega and Margolidban igano gre gun balanya biri man bom gun like gun rate no ye biri dundi man game ku jek bin man moy kamargawan what even no gun gari like po biri man bom outstation and ballet no daprapol biri me that time no gre Margolidban and Mormega like biri bol pawang manaw kana
Margolidban ari ni wai kamam yimeng kap manat bere urubunde omle ni mem kunnet kama manjama rewna abat bijam na Mormega na nang kunnet at bere yime irunde ngan kunnet ngudangke irunde Mormega betman Margolidban kabiri jalni Mormega wani ma attention kurambal ay kumewala kume hari ni airport hari manbom airport ngari manbom ay kume nanga jalur meringai en ko my brother alang.
So in those early years, people were in Manangrida, but I'm just adding this myself before as a preface to what Balang's just said. People were moved into Manangrida as part of this welfare and assimilation program in the 1950s into Manangrida, and it was like there was all of these different language groups brought in together onto somebody else's country. Not a very satisfactory arrangement. And in the early 70s, with the advent of the Whitlam government, that policy changed, and assimilation gave way to self-determination, which involved people going back to their traditional estates. So I now will commence the translation. And we, Kuningu people, were still out bush. We had a close connection with Margolidban outstation. And when we heard about this new policy that the government would support us to go back to our respective clan estates, my father took us back to our country, which is Mormega outstation. And so we started to set that community up, building little houses, and we had to build an airstrip as well. And so we lived there at Mormega on our own clan country.
And this was, we're talking a period of time where there was literally no roads in Manangrida. So it wasn't until 1963, I think it was, Murray, if my memory serves me correct, that there was a road that was created from Owenpelly or Gumbalanya to Manangrida. So throughout this time, Balang is living on country, undertaking a learning process closely connected to knowledge systems around his clan estates. Is that right?
Munjawan Balang bo nguri rundi gre Mormega, like Gungare bo nguriwam, manbol mutika yak, yitok gre Mormega Margolidban. And nguri jalni Mormega, and no ngapart wa mut ngunbukang iman game gunret kabol ngeo jang no binin mangaregin, like ngunbukang yitok.
Yo wone ga magana man kare kaime wan wamudi me kare jang bukan udbere ja andarayo kunimi jada jang bai me ngaroen ba nguri nani me bim imeng aroen paranda kami unjawan min namak balanda me unjawan ikan ibukan bit jangar gu bim ibukan bang undi bangkan ka bo balanda iman karewa name ka ni gue mumeka iman ka ni kari jawan ai ngarengang imen ngare ngajawan pa ngane wan ngabor nganan mimeng bim nganan an bukan imeng wan name ke nungkang ai la balang name ngana wan ngarben buka baranda ngarben buka nama ne mitya anda meke na mudi ang road kayak ke oni nyamet kapala min kapala la bilem atman harika.
Okay. So yes, at that early time, there were no vehicle tracks for motor vehicles, apart from some very sort of basic four-wheel drive tracks. My father, Wamut, he was living with us there, and that's correct. This is the time when he taught me about the important places in our clan estate, such as the Jung. We spell that D-J-A-N-G in the Guningu language, and I'll just leave the translation here to explain because it's very difficult to translate this word into English. Now, right across Australia, there are special places in the country which sometimes are called sacred sites. Sometimes people use the term dreaming, and it encompasses a whole range of different concepts to do with the place itself, the period of creation, so deep history, and also the totemic emblems that the owners have with those places. And these are sort of like focal places for spiritual essence of all sorts of phenomena. There might be natural species, plants and animals. It might be natural phenomena like the weather. It can be human emotions. It can be various kinds of sickness. So there's a whole range of these spiritual focal places that in Guningu are called jang. So I'll return now to the translation. So my father showed me all of our jang in the country. For example, there are two places that are special because there's rock art there. One is called Ngandarayo, Ngandrarayo, and the other one is Gunumijara, Kunamidjarda. These two places have rock paintings on the outlier of the escarpment. My father said, one day non-Aboriginal people are going to start coming in and seeing these places. And we have to select good non-Aboriginal people to show these places. We'll only let those good people to come and see them. And they will come to us in Mormega, where we live, and we can decide who we want to take there to show these places, because we are looking after these places. My father said to me, when I die, you then will be responsible for looking after these places.
That basically frames the curation of the show, basically. There are a number of sites which we'll talk through. As you enter the space, you're invited to literally travel through Guningu country and see the places and the country and the sites that have informed John's worldview. And that worldview has enabled him to travel to incredible places here and overseas. But it's done within the lexicon of his Guningu world, and that world he's able to share through different layers which we're able to appreciate, and some are more obvious to the viewing public, depictions of animals and so forth, but others aren't, and we'll talk a little bit about that in more detail as well. Balang, can you see that picture?
No. What are you talking in? Can you stand up and see it?
Do you remember that one?
Yo.
Ibengan no. Kunkari.
Unkare nameke mai aliot. Yo. Aleke abim boma kai bim aleke.
Yes, I remember this. Yeah, that's the Ngalyot, Ngalyod, the Rainbow Serpent that I painted at that time. That's a long time ago.
This is another one. It might be a little bit hard to see. I think it's around the same time. At Mormega. Yo.
Kun gole wobe. Kun gole wobe.
Kun kalawo be manjabu chen ko mengi meni nyari mai ngapat na me manbom burkai no kun kalawo be na wakit mi nyari garmeni ra au ji jalagat nyari jalar me en manjabu bom nawapan bom en kemang kare burkai Maram guru lang ari ju memang man kabu.
Met ngayon met. So this is called Gungole Wobe, Kunkole Wobe, Gungole Wobe. It is a fish trap fence in a small creek. In the middle of the fence, my father would make these and place a conical fish trap into the fence. And we would catch fish this way. This was at a time when we had no fishing lines or non-Aboriginal tools to catch fish. We just used the fish trap fences, the conical fish trap, and fishing spears. All of these things, we made them ourselves, and my father was the one who taught us how to do this.
It was known for his making of the
manjabu.
Manjabu.
Yes. Like nunga wamut, nunga manjabu.
Manjabu. Me ngai ga di na kana ngai kuro ngane di wamut en gun kalau bo me ngari gun kuro labau ngari jap nam.
I used to make these fences with him. He showed me how to do it. I was there when this photograph was taken, and I would put the fence posts into the creek.
What I find fascinating about this photo is documentation of marine farming, fish farming, in a sense. You know, where going to go knowledge systems of waterways and to be able to be inventive in the sourcing of food is remarkable.
Nunca kai me bolai koroko binin biri wet bengang au bolai jen biri main iman kai me gre gurola jama gre gunron gre mangabo like dapora pa biri bengang ro bolai balanda biri yakni
Kunyugi warabi mankabo apat ngari me mankabo pat wam benga ngare bulgai ame bulgai mane gundur kun kale obe gundur ngari dace wangi me wamuda kuru lagam de man kuru lagam wadi mai kan bay namai wari.
So, yes, that's correct. We had to have an understanding of the water, where the zone between the salt water and the fresh water is. It's very productive. And this is in a zone, a sort of brackish water zone, where the salt water finishes and the fresh water is coming down. So that's where we would place this fence fish trap. It's at a place called Bulgai, Bulkay, which is on the Tompkinson River floodplain. So yes, it's true. We had to know when the tides were coming in, the water levels, what was the right time to put the trap in. All of these things we had to get right.
I look at that picture and I see how fit you look. Your arms are like popping out.
Gai me ngun burk nan ngute like imurung rayak ni.
Film ngajelek munupar. Oi. Arukang kami ngabab beli pom John Walkman, John Walkman, parang munupar ngalegay yo. Himangare, and many Macartney, by Mago Naga, I mean, 100 Naidar Bombo.
I remember this time John Altman was with us, and you see there's catfish there. I think there's salmon-tailed catfish and magpie geese. Had my shotgun, and yeah, I had to carry everything all the time, the weight of all the game. And yes, John and I would say, hey, come on, let's go out now. Now there's a lot of food to be had here.
John walk when we do.
Oh, that's John Altman's dog.
Manjabo. Kurula Goli, and I'm Kambit boy, and Jane,
So with the conical fish traps, we would see the tide would be coming in. Right, the current would bring the fish up. Put the fish trap in, that's the right time. All the fish would go inside the trap.
Lots of food, eh? This is probably something you get to see a lot now. This was on one of our research, I think it was our first research trip, wasn't it? We had to do a bit of bush bashing because you hadn't been at Milmerton for a while. But Milmerton, your homeland, that's where you prefer to be making work, be on country?
Lungunjawan balangay me, ane no ngat gariwam, ane mutiga gariwam milungan. Yitok mutai imana jari gunret ge milungan gun marmo ge yitok ijari gumeke ijari ini gumeke kre gun marmo ge.
Yo no, nane mumera nangawa. Ajaram no me milungan en guruldu. Nuan gurul ni bala, ay man ngani min kan. But ming bala ay mga bawon gunnet, yot. Iban ming chip tim ngay me gubor pi ay. Ajar no me aro en ay man.
Mo mega.
Min kan.
Milungan. So, in our clan estate, there are various places where different families, as the traditional owners, have gone to set up outstations. So we were there at Mormega. Then my brother, Balang, he set up an outstation at Guruldul. And then I set up the outstation Milungan, which is Milngkan. And today, I think that is the place where I will always try to stay, and it is the place I hope to die in.
So, the sites that you've provided the focus for the layout of the exhibition, I might just, for the purpose of the audience, just take people through that in Balang's own words.
Kaya yol me gunret kien, kabol ngay bon gunret.
So, Barry Jolkin.
Barry Jolkin.
You want to maybe talk a little about that place and
Kujit.
yeah.
Kamaki yol me Barry Jolkin.
Bari Joke. Bari Joke mane Garde Manbor. Bari Joke Kujit me kabut people di mane kai me Manbor mane. Kajare kore amet kubumi kajale kare man moi ngale man kore en kau tunang min kan kau tunang kajale man kolot
Bari Jolkin yiri cedan kalau bet peri. I?
Yo bari Jolkin naka bari Jolkin mane man bol gajale kare kujit me kabut people de
ya boy
igarak
ya igarak nanglinu ya gunret
Barichoke.
Barichoke.
Barichoke we kuning ban.
Yeah.
And name wa mergang bay would name bork na bewani mangaro and yeni udia and yalan jawan kan.
So, Barichoke, which is spelled B-A-R-R-I-H, D-J-O-W-K-K-E-N-G, is a site in the Darnkolo, D-A-R-N-K-O-L-O, clan estate. It belongs to the Yirritja moiety. And the next site connected to Barichoke is Kujitmi, and then Kagot Beboldi. And then you leave that estate and go into another clan estate, a Dua moiety site called Yigarakal. And that continues on the Dua places. Next one is Manmoi, and then you come back north to my place northeast to my place at Milngan.
So this work here, Madain painted in 1990. The Madain is the by far the most prevalent source of inspiration in your work. Did you want to maybe talk a little bit about how that's developed over the last 30, 40 years of your practice?
Kay menguda ibin bun dolapo, now ni ibin bun rar ki gurme Madain. Like kamak po nayalang wi yolme Madain.
But kanji nakai najamun. Yo oni ngarijal ngai bun nyamet wong gor na me Madain. Rar na me rar ngabim bun. Nagana wadi nagana. Akai ngai ayawri ni langaman bun na me ke. Nagana agurme from Kogok Kunwok Mane, me Arman Bunagi Mukal, Naming Aman Book. But I'm an Ayalman Bonagi Book, Nayakong, Namurin and Kadi Gerry, Kerry.
So these paintings are related to a very sacred and secret ceremony called Mardayin, M-A-R-D-A-Y-I-N. So I can't talk about some aspects of that, but it does involve the cross-hatching, the lines of different colour. And there are other major emblems associated with it, such as dilly bags that have feathered tassels. And when I first started to paint this topic, my older brother Balang said to me, "Let's go big with this." So I started a phase of painting bark paintings that got bigger and bigger, and those paintings travelled everywhere, off to exhibitions and galleries all over the world. Nagimo kibimo, nagimo.
Nagimo. Mat nguran kay rega mat ngan mangun jak mat ngaroen mat karabala na mat mang kar kunjak karoen ngan meun jak from Doropo.
So there's I'll translate this. There's a gravitas associated with that ceremony, a weightiness. And those many years of painting have worn me out, and now I'm getting old. I feel that I am already starting to get ill. Years and years of painting this topic, I think I already have some illness. And eventually I will die. And I think, what will come after? What will come after with these paintings, with this story? Who will take it on afterwards?
This is, can you see that pic, Mark? This one, the dollar bill, was created in '93, out of a private collection, but correct me if I'm wrong, it's connected to the Gujidmi
Yes.
story place.
Frog.
The ornate burrowing frog. And it's part of the Gogoni language group, yeah? We get Balong to maybe talk a little bit about the significance of this place and why it's been included in the sort of layout of the exhibition as we travel through his country?
Munjawan balangai me. Nani dolopo ibim bom yipa. No dan kalau bet pere yipa ngota jungai word nan. Kamaki ya yol me bet pere beda no balana kabri wakwan jungai. Nakanyale jungai po like jungai ka word nan gabimbon jang bet pere. And nani no gujit me yipa. Manet kamak bo yol me namiki.
Judgment cover nan namiki. Cover nan min nangara mang yipa jang kabimbon. Aujing ngai la balang jal boy. Ngarawan nang lao ngarawan. Nan ne wai ngat nganawat nan. Ngai ngajarot nan kok do ya. Pat ngajarot nan namiki. Name ngori nan ngai me. Min ngabimbon nawe. In balanda gabri jare mongo abri jare. Kai me mo irunde men ba gabimbon rar. Jang kaim, jang nama kujit, kare kujit me aim, kabit bun kujit me kare burgai, ada man, cepi map TV, mana alaman kawalung burgai, nana nungan map kare kabat people di, kaya na kume kabat people di angut me, kume gobol kiricha.
Yol me. So in our system, I am the manager of the clan that owns this jung. We have a system of landowners and managers. I shall just explain that a little bit. I shall now leave the translation just so that you can understand what Balong is talking about. The word in Guningu is called Jungai. We spell it Djungkai. And the people who say, my mother is from this country, are the Jungai, or the managers of that country. So you have the actual traditional owners and their Jungai. A traditional owner owns the land through the father's line. A Jungai has responsibilities of management and decision making through their mother's line. So the two sides of the parents are important for land ownership and management. And so I shall now return to the translation. This painting is a jung for the ornate burrowing frog we call Yipa, Y-I-B-B-A. I don't paint a lot of these, but sometimes there's pressure from the people who like my art. They ask for particular subjects to be painted, and I'm always trying to balance churning out paintings for people with the sacred nature of the topics. I don't want to compromise the special nature of this topic. The place associated with this painting is called Kujitmi, Kujitmi, Maniki. Kujitmi is then in line between two other places. One is Bulgai on the Tompkinson River floodplain, and the other is Kagot Bebuldi, which is an outstation for the Darngalo clan, which I mentioned before.
So you mentioned Kakakabaldi, which is a great segue into this work, which is Mardayan at Kakakabaldi. What fascinates me, and I'm sure that staff that were able to undertake research trips up there, is the Jung connected to these places and the stories that are deeply entrenched within Goninga worldview. This story is probably one of my favourites, but did you want to maybe ask Balang about this one?
Mani Dolopo Kakot Peboldi, Marayan Gre Kakot Peboldi. Ye? What do you know? Yo,
Kabat Bebuldi.
Yo.
That Kabat Bebuldi. Nabe.
Yo, Garro, Bogan, Garro.
Yo, Bogan me ameniti.
Yeah.
Kabat Bebuldi. Yo, Jang. Marayin Dangar Karu.
Okay. This is the site Kagot Bebuldi, Kakodbebuldi. Kagot Bebuldi, and I shall just pause and explain. Literally, that means there's a particular plant, an edible bush tuber, it's like a little yam, called Gotbe or Man Gotbe. Ga means it, Gotbe, that yam. Buldi lies buried under the ground. At Kagot Bebuldi, there is a Marayin ceremony site. That's what I have painted. Okay, that's right, the next part. At this place, it is very sacred because the Marayin ceremony is there. This is the place where the Dangark, Dangark lights glow in the water. So we have, pausing the translation, Dangark, we have no English word for this concept. The Goningu see lights in the water at this place. They glow blue or white, and they can be activated by crocodiles swimming through the water lilies, and at night people say they can see these lights, and these lights are associated with the Mardayan power of that site. So that's my attempt to explain Dangark.
And this gets back to, I suppose, our understanding of Mardayan and the way in which he's developed his art practice and the secret nature of public-private knowledge, which you maintain throughout the whole period of your professional practice. It's information that we're not necessarily entitled to know, but it's expressed in those works, and you see the power that emanates from those works just by being able to see them in the flesh, Murray. Having such a close association with Balang over so many years, how has that informed your sort of understanding of that sort of access to that type of knowledge to sites and seeing you paint and people's understanding of the public and private nature of those stories?
I'll ask Balang? Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Okay, so as we all know, like there are public domains of knowledge, and there are non-public domains of knowledge in the sort of knowledge economy. That's how I understand it. Some things you have a right to know, and other things you do not have a right to know until you're either in a certain position or you have passed through some particular phase of your life, or you have witnessed a particular ritual or ceremony. Some knowledge belongs to women, some knowledge belongs to men. This Mawurndjul topic, in my experience, seems to be one of the weightiest domains of secret and sacred knowledge in this part of Australia. This word Mawurndjul is known right across Arnhem Land, from northeast Arnhem Land right through to western Arnhem Land. We have our arts worker, Ngarich Derek. He's from a different language group. He works at Menengrid Arts and Culture. He would know that word. His people know that word. They all share this ceremony. People from different language groups come together. So it's a well-known ceremony in the region. But the problem with depicting it is that it's seen as dangerous. So some knowledge is characterized as dangerous. What you do and what you know and how you mediate your interactions with this ceremony and depictions of it is a very touchy thing. You want to represent its power in art, but you can't overstep the protocols about how far you can go. So you have to suggest things, and you have to sort of intimate what this could be about. You have to maintain some proprietary knowledge that has to be maintained and can't be revealed. So there's a sense of mystery about it, and what a great thing to depict in art. You look at the beautiful aesthetics of it, and you know that there are different levels behind those images. Some of them are accessible for the public, but other things remain hidden, as people say. And the fact that these things can depict those two different levels is part of the magic of those paintings.
Yeah. So, Balang, when you see those medallions, you can see beneath that. Yeah. So your understanding of country in those places are represented, but the information that people are getting is just on the surface of that Dalabal.
Like bumuda ibin bonaka nayalang kakarame karu jendi nungano najamun gayo angli jal binin gabri bengan balanda gabrinan and gabri wakwan
abad kuno ngano yeme mo ngundi gerek me balanda and even jal bukan jang makan mani me kal kuno ko me agar me or nani na me na magngabim bunung karen jang aben jal bukan balanda because ngabad kuno ko.
I paint these images of Jung because my father told me it was okay for us to teach non-Aboriginal people about them, that it's important for them to understand this concept of what is a Jung. It's foreign to non-Aboriginal people. That's why I paint them. Some things remain hidden, but it's to teach people about Jung. That's what my father told me.
This is just another medallion painting for Muckamucka. But the Muckamucka's it's a Yericha place?
Which one?
Muckamucka?
Muckamucka. Marta and Graham Muckamucka.
And that's not that far from Kokobaldi.
Muckamucka Darngi Kakot Pebuldi Yitok. Yes, that's correct.
Yeah. There's another medallion painting from Delibang. Have we seen
Nane Dilebang. Mardayan.
And that's a Dua place.
Dua Yiri, Dua Gunret, Dua Mutpiri.
Did you want to maybe talk a little bit about Delibang, because that's an important place for you?
Kajari yol me Dilebang, nyali garinan bu gari regumeke, nyali kagar meja, ngaliot nyali wari ben mana yol me balada.
There's some great films that we've got on the micro side about some short film footage of.
Gayo film wari like karek man bom, gariwam, karijar wam Dilebang. Dilebang wari iben bukan like Gunret. Nyali like Janga Karame.
Yo. Ngare jabdi ngamet. Ngandarayo kajabdi en buluan aliki buluan. En Torgang gubi awari en bordulu bong ale mai. Pero bim na me ayo na me ke bim na me rar kayo. Dilaba.
Naliot bol dulu bo.
Yo wamutjan.
So at Dilibang, there's another site, there's a complex of two sites, Dilibang and Ngandarayo, Ngandarrayo. The Rainbow Serpent pierced the ground at Dilibang and Ngandarayo. Ngandarayo is the site where Buluwana, a woman, ancestral woman, she died there during a period of drought. Her body entered the ground and a stone, she became a stone, and you can see that at that site today.
Yeah. I've got a number of other images. What we might do is just flick through these as reference points. Obviously they're all included in the exhibition downstairs, and there's a lot of resource material that you can access online in regards to additional footage about these sites, and also sound files where you can correctly pronounce the words of those in Gunigu. But I also wanted to talk about the importance of family for you, Balang, and how that has shaped the art centre at Munro, Kay as a painter, and working closely with her, your daughter, and the logo for Munro Arts Centre, how that came about, and also your eldest son and granddaughter who's come down today on this trip.
Munjawan bo like namut no ngut pere yaman kai me ikare me wurut biriwen wurut and better no mat migen naman migen ajong migen I better worried no mundiga jong yaman kai me nane wamut polki me kamwam berlin kamwam ya makre yigano gabri bimbun wamuchan gab bimbunana and bo yaput ni man bom jen nhưng mà rem manau kan men and read and culture biri good men lao bo yaput ni and bolki men no arina men kamaki yo men namut no family no good biri
ai min barna ne namut ngadu ko ni ngai ngadu utu name belly name na uri nan ban hari kalau naga name utu dan ngadu grow now yo now anu ye ma beri iga ngadi gajung iman yimi manu ye name na do yang balang iga ngadi gajung hari ni iga ngadi jalmane me ngapa nginin ya nguri wen wari nguri ya ime name ngadu kan name geru aben jal gar me ngeri ga unani na udu aben ponna ngai ngajal udu.
Yes, so I have all my family around me, and this is a family activity. It's great. My son is here, Wamut, and my granddaughter, Berlin, and some of my children paint. My older brother's family as well. They are my family. Actually, just leaving the translation, your brother's children are also your own children. So your brother's children call you father as well. So a person has many fathers. All of the brothers of your father are your father, and all the sisters of your father are also your fathers, female fathers. Returning to the translation, I have many family. I like to do these activities together with all of my family, and I like my children and grandchildren to follow me on these trips.
So that's great. So just got one of the images from the research trip with Kay at Milmacun.
What's the photo?
And you and I think Ananias.
Oh yeah.
From 2 years ago, which was great.
Nunga ngarit ya, ngarit.
Yeah.
Grandson.
Yeah. Murray, your close collaboration on this project has been pivotal in allowing us to develop so much of the rich resource that we've been able to present to the public. You've travelled far and wide with Balan. You've had an association with him for 30 years. How has your experience, I suppose, changed your worldview of you being Australian in this country and its connection to the oldest continuous culture in the world?
Well, working with the Guningu people has been such a privilege for me. I went to Arnhem Land in 1988 as a visiting Homeland Centre teacher with the Northern Territory Education Department. Did that for 5 years, and I was living on Ballong's outstations, teaching his children, and I realised that I was like in another country. People were speaking another language, but this was Australia. They were speaking Australian, and I couldn't understand it. And I thought, if I'm going to be an effective educator, I really need to, this teaching and student thing needs to be in both directions. You know, I didn't feel comfortable as the sort of non-Aboriginal person going out there to tell people what to know and think and do. But at the same time, I wanted them to have, you know, access to the power that English has in Australia. And at the same time, I realised that they were very keen when I took an interest in their language and their culture. So it's been the greatest adventure of my life, living with the Guningu and the privilege of calling them family, and learning the language. I went on to then study linguistics and anthropology and have worked as an advocate for the Guningu and other Binin people of that region. I just feel that by facilitating communication, sort of being this person in the middle between, across the cultural divide, it's helped all of us in the same way that it helped me to understand and appreciate the great intellectual achievements of Aboriginal culture. So many of the achievements of Aboriginal culture remain hidden because they are abstract, because they are intellectual. They're not visible to people outside these speech communities. And these are great achievements, whether it is, you know, the art, the famous art of Australian Indigenous people, famous across the world now, but also the beauty of the languages. You learn an Australian language, it's like opening a window on other kinds of experience. What's possible for human societies, how people organise their families. Aboriginal kinship is famously complicated, far, far beyond, you know, most of our ability to sort of learn it. I've been learning it for 30 years and I've written about it, and it's like following a horizon. You see, I want to get there and I want to learn that, so you walk towards the horizon and you think that horizon just keeps moving. And so, yeah, it's been an excitement and it's enriched my life. It's about ideas, it's about people, it's about relationships, it's about the beauty of the country. It's holistic. Yeah. And so as a non-Aboriginal person, I've felt really, really lucky to live in such a beautiful place with, you know, my great friends, the Guningu people, and I feel like if I can give something back to other people so that they have the same appreciation that I've been able to have, then that's a pretty good goal to have, I think.
I would like to thank you all for joining us this morning on such a beautiful day. Thank you for sitting through. I know you've got a bit of back pain, and I thank you for being able to spend some time here with the audience. Murray, thank you for being able to translate and share your personal stories.
You're very welcome.
And insights into your incredible story over 40 years. An amazing accomplishment. We're so proud to have been able to present this exhibition and to develop with yourself, with Manningham Arts Centre, with the Art Gallery South Australia, and all of our friends who have worked on different aspects of the show. I really do hope you enjoyed our brief walk through Guningu country and Guningu worldviews, and I hope you've been able to take some of that away from this space today and hopefully learn a bit more about this incredible Australian contemporary artist.
Mun man bun mut peren nguri wen nong nguri muam kai me kamak rok nguri muam man like nunga no like kari bulume kangegi mukmen no bim new year dollar po like better biri guru MCA and mun man bun bu nguri muam no nguri kukleri
I might leave the last word to you, Ashley Bulling. Is there anything you'd like to share with the audience before we
Kun
wrap
ku
up?
ji gar me gun wo ko jal boy.
Adbe kuga ko kayak.
There's another event this after.
There's another panel after this.
Yeah.
We're going to have a break,
Yeah.
but then
So I think the point is there's more to come.
yo,
And I want more people, you know.
yo, can you please join me in thanking John? Yo. Yo.
I'm good to know that I'm saying.
Yeah. Is that all right?